we go. It's working, y'all. My remote's working again. Hopefully it'll last. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like it is. Leave that like it is. But good evening, everybody. Peace and many blessings to you all. Peace and many blessings. I wanted to go ahead and start this video, and I wasn't even prepared. I'm not even completely, what did I say? Repaired. Prepared. I meant to say prepared, y'all. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to the Bliss platform, where we discuss love, different situations of love, regarding love, and things about love, all about love. And we might discuss other things along with love. So while I got y'all's attention, I'm going to be talking. And I got some tea that I'm making up, that I'm getting ready. I could have done this before, but if I had waited, I believe I would have got distracted and wouldn't have done my video another night. Because I'm busy. I'm all over the place sometimes, and not always in a good way either. But I got me some Supermind premium mushroom tea. That's what I'm getting ready to drink and sip on. I'm gonna sip on that a little bit this evening. And I got me some ashwagandha supplements and just a evening primrose supplements. I have it's not going in here, but that's what I plan on taking this evening. Also hibiscus, that, and I found that the hibiscus tea that was already prepared in bags and stuff, I had ordered some of that, but it was good. But when I ordered the hibiscus that wasn't already bagged and everything, that I had to bag myself, because I got my own tea bags, and I bagged my own tea, and I mix it up however I want to mix it up, and that's my tea. I have different blends going on, y'all, I'm telling you. But I found that the hibiscus that I ordered that wasn't already bagged, it's a lot more potent. It is. So yeah, but that's what I'll drink some of that after this. I don't want to mix too many other teas with this the Supermind tea. Not yet, but I will mix it with I will use some cinnamon or nutmeg with it. I will do that. I have done that. I'm not doing it right now, but I have done that, and it was cool, you know. This is a different type of taste. You might be used to a different texture, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything is a process, and you have to get used to it, and especially if you're used to it another way. So you just got to give yourself time, you know. Just give yourself time. But it's a lot of things going on, y'all, and we knew this was gonna happen. We were told this by different individuals. This was gonna happen, what was gonna be happening, and things like that. But there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things being said. It's a lot of things being uncovered. Yeah. So I said, let me go and let me break away, just break away, and get something and do something, because it's a lot going on. I want to see what my spiritual guides and spiritual teams, my ancestors, ancient ancestors and passed on loved ones that love and care about me. I want to see what they have to say, about what's going on today, on this planet. I want to see, and I think it's some things that need to be said, that's going on, that needs to be said to my soul tribe family. That y'all need to know, and doesn't always have to do with being in love, out of love, whatever. It doesn't always have to do with that. It's because we're all connected. Our energies are all connected. We are all connected. If you all want to watch something very interesting, watch Manifest. That's a TV show. I think it came out like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it has like 5 seasons, 5 or 6 seasons. Watch that. Watch that. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. I watched the end of it. I just watched the end of it. And I haven't been watching too much TV since my husband passed. I haven't. But here lately, this last 2 to 3 weeks, I have been watching movies, just different movies that grab my attention lately. And I ran across Manifest. And I remember watching it when it first came out. And then I got away from it. Watching something else. But yeah, it's a really, really good good show. I'll be right back. I got to get my lighter, y'all. I'll be right back. That's what you do. That's how you have to do it. Okay. I had to go get my lighter. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. So anyway, sorry about that. So I wanted to hop on here with y'all, spend a little time with y'all, because I have no friends. I have no friends. I have no friends. I have no friends. And even if I did, you know what? I probably wouldn't talk as much to them, because I know they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand me, or try to figure out where I'm coming from. So it just has to be this way, huh? But excuse me, y'all. Man. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's going on. I have my phone set on Do Not Disturb. When it's on Do Not Disturb, it goes into this mode, this black and white mode. I don't know if it's gonna affect the color of the video. I don't know. So I'm just letting y'all know that now. It's what I see is black and white, because it goes into that mode at a certain time, and I forgot to turn it off. But so we are 9 minutes in, and I've been rambling and going on and going on and going on about nothing really. But it came across Let me pull up my notes. Because I said, I'm going to start taking notes when these things hit my brain during the day when I'm busy doing things. And then by the time I get ready to do a video, I'm like, what was that I wanted to talk about? So the one thing that I made a note of that I don't know if you all are interested or not, but you may know somebody that is. And it was, and I said, it says, tell the men about the curses and spells women do on them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 So I'm getting ready. I'm gonna light. I'm gonna light a candle. I love candles. I always light candles. I try to always have a candle lit. Why? It's my business. It's my business. You do it for your reason. I do it for mine. And I got my tea. So yeah, that came up, and I'm like, do men realize that that can be done? Do you realize that that can be done? Do you realize that this is an actual thing that happens? You may not. You may not. You may not. You may not. You may be like I was, and I was, you know, I was raised in church. I went to church. I was a regular in church. I held so many different, I held several positions in church, especially this one church that I belonged to that I really loved a lot. And I loved it so much because I loved my sisters and my brothers, you know, in the church. I loved them. And we were like a family and things like that. So I know. But when I started my journey, remember, I don't know if you do remember, but I let you all know that how I started watching these videos was my son. He's the one that brought these videos to my attention, and so that's how I started watching tarot card readings, the videos and things like that. And it was I can't remember if it was right before my husband passed or right after. I want to say it was right after. I want to say it was right after. But anyway, that's when I started watching these videos, because I was always told, not only me, we were always told that this was a no-no. You know, everything I got set up here is a no-no in my church's eyes. You know, big time no-no. But I can remember, as far back as I can remember, as being a little girl, I loved cards. When I say cards, it was playing cards. I love cards so much. And I was playing cards with my mother at a very young age. She taught me at a young age how to play solitary. Yeah. And she taught, and I was young. I was a little girl. And I learned she taught me how to play that. And then she taught me how to play deuces, wild, pity pat, rummy, spades. I was so good in spades, y'all. But what messed me up every time when I played spades is if anybody cheated, I couldn't play no more. It was like the whole thing was over. It was done. It was done. So that's how I was with cards. I've always had to have cards. My mother bought me decks of cards all the time because that's what I wanted. I wanted cards. I didn't know why. She didn't tell me why. She didn't tell me nothing. She just get them for me. So anyway, I said all that because I'm like, God, I didn't know anything about any of this. Okay? So when when that came across my mind today about the men and how the women are doing curses on the men, I'm like, they not, what if they don't know? What if they, just don't even realize something like this can happen and will happen? To my men, I come on here and I say how much I love my men, which I do. I love my men. I don't agree with the things that are being said out here about our men. Our men are supposed to be men. Our men are supposed to be dominant. Our men are supposed to protect us. They are created, their bodies are created in that way to withstand hits and things like that. Our bodies are not created that way. That's why we're so soft. We're soft. We even though you have women that's in the bodybuilding and things like that, it's hard. It's hard for women's bodies to harden up like that, So we're created different because we are different. And I just don't agree, y'all. Ladies, whoever you are, if you are for that, I don't agree. I just don't agree with you. I just don't. And I need the protection of a man. A bear is not going to protect me. And I'm not even comparing a man to a bear. Whatever that is y'all got going on about the bear, it's nonsense to me. It's nonsense. Yes, there is abuse going on. Yes, it is. But you know what? There's women that abuse men. That abuse men. If they're not abusing that man physically, they're abusing that man verbally and mentally. And now, speaking of curses, spiritually. Okay? So it's on both sides. It's on both sides, y'all. It's not just the men abusing the women. It's not. It really isn't. Think about how your controlling ass is when you want him to do something and you don't want him to hang out with his friends. He's playing the game too long. He's gone too long. He's over here. He's over there. He's at the strip club. That's you being controlling. That's you. You don't think that man feels a certain type of way because he's a man and you telling him where he can and cannot go? You telling him where he can and cannot look? Well, he does it to me. Well, he just might. But he just might be doing that. It may be a form of protection because if he's watching you and watching some other men or another man look at you, he could be preventing that man from trying to approach you when he's not around, or possibly doing something to you or whatever when he's not around. So you want that protection. It's a lot of scenarios that go down, y'all. It's a lot of scenarios that can go down. So we need their protection. We do. Yeah, we may say I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that, and you talk a really good game. When you faced with that man or those men that's getting ready to attack your ass, you don't feel so strong. It leaves you because the first thing comes to you is what's going to happen to me, what they going to do to me. Okay, so I don't agree with that. I need my men. And in that, I'm saying you all find out about the curses. Okay, I have a son, so I'm making him aware of everything that can be done and that will be done. They do it. I know men do it too. They do, but it's a lot of men that don't believe that can happen, and it can. Okay, it can. So, yes, y'all, I had to get that out. That's one thing I had to get out. Another thing I want to mention is your chakras. Okay, you have to work on your chakras. Your root chakra, which is the base. I got this is my chakra tapestry right here. And on here, see the root is down here. It's not, see I can't, it's black and white there, but on the tapestry is red. This is orange. That's the sacral. This is yellow. That area is the solar plexus. This is green. That's the heart chakra. Then you move up here. Let's see. That's the root, sacral, solar plexus, heart. Then you have the throat chakra, and then you have the third eye chakra, and you have the crown. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 chakras that's being named right there. We have more than that. We do. But these are the 7. The root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Okay? Work on those. And when I say work on those, each chakra covers a certain area, okay? The crown, I'll just go over them with you. I'll go over them with you real quick, right here, because I've been having to give it out. Just because it's you got to start lining up, y'all. We got to line them up. The root chakra, it's the one. It's the base, and it covers stability, security, and survival. Okay, and then you have the sacral. The sacral chakra is right below the navel. Okay, and that covers the areas of creativity, emotions, and relationships. So when things is happening with your sacral, when things are happening with your sacral chakra, that when it's okay, the creativity, emotions, and relationships, that's your it's just what it says. But when you're in that moment and you with your partner, that's when a lot of things can take place. That's when a lot of people use that particular moment to curse and do their dark black magic and things like that. I'm telling you this because it's on me to tell you. I have to. So you have to clear those blockages to those areas, and you have to protect those areas. You have to. When you are in that act with somebody, that's why they have told us so many years that we have to be careful when we do that. And that a lot of things can go down during that time. That's why you don't want to be spreading your love all over the place, because you have energies colliding and coming together and all of that. So, and it's not always good energies, and you don't know where that person's energy has been and what that person's energy has connected with, that's coming to you, that's going to connect to your energy. And it just keeps going, y'all. It just keeps going. Well, anyway, that's the sacral, okay? Orange. And then you have the solar plexus, which is, this chest area here. And that covers your confidence, your self-esteem, and your personal power. Yeah. And then you have your heart chakra, which is green, the color green. And they have another name that they have for it, but I'm not going through those names because I really don't know how to pronounce them. And but the heart, it covers the love and the compassion and the connections. Some people also say, the fortune and the prosperity and things like that. See, I got my Supermind tea. I have been wanting this red cup ever since I seen it. But here's my Supermind cup. Yeah, Supermind. I got a super mind. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. Okay, and then you have the throat chakra, which is a lighter blue or turquoise, um, and it covers your communication and your self-expression. And then you have your third eye chakra, which it covers your intuition, your insight, and your clarity. And then you have your crown chakra. It's your third eye, y'all, right here. Crown right here, purple. Oh, the third eye was like a royal blue, darker blue. And then the crown chakra is purple. And it's your spirituality and your enlightenment. Yeah. So that's why they say keep your crown covered. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Cover that, because you don't want anybody messing with that, and the people do mess with that. But those are the 7 chakras. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. The 7 chakras. Start if you want to start from the top. It's the crown, the third eye, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra. 7 of them. I said 7, didn't I? And then from the root, which they use that as it's the base, but it's the first that's the first chakra. The thing is the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Okay, 7 of them. If you want to know anything else about them, look them up, because it'll tell you a lot about them. But yeah, those have you have to keep those aligned. Your chakras. Your chakras. When you hear somebody say their chakras are out of line, that's what they're talking about. Those 7. It's more than that, but these are the main ones. Okay. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? It was a couple of songs. There was a couple of songs that when I woke up to this morning. I've been up since like 4 something this morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And this song just kept playing, and I kept seeing it in my head. One of them, was remember the song by Jamie Foxx, Unpredictable? It just kept playing. And I just kept hearing Ludacris say, "What you doing tonight?" And I'm like, why? Even when that song was out, I didn't listen to it that often. But it just kept playing and playing. And I've been listening to it off and on, And the other one was Anita Baker, Been So Long. Ooh. I listen to both of them. And it's a connection there. It is. It really is. But Anita Baker's Been So Long. She said I won't be neglected. I won't be denied. The pleasure of your kisses. You think because I love you, I'll always be here. No. Well, let me tell y'all the words, because it stuck with me. And I said, somebody is feeling like somebody's being taken advantage of. I'm just going to put it out there. You're taking advantage of that person because you know they love you, but you think that they won't leave your ass, but they will. And the only reason that they keep hanging around is because they love you. They're hoping things are going to change. But if you don't stop, you're going to find out. I'm going to pull it up. You're going to find out. But yeah, been so long, Anita Baker. I guess y'all say, when is she going to do the cards? I'm going to do the cards. I'm going to do the cards. How many? Oh, we already at 30. I'm going to do the cards, y'all. I had to tell you about the chakras. I did. And I had to tell my men about the curses. But anyway, hang on. Hang on a second. Hang on, hang on, hang on. No, that ain't it. I want the lyrics. Here it is. Here it is. I can't let it play because I don't need, I don't need no, I don't want no problems. Thank you, YouTube, for this opportunity. I have to thank YouTube. I really do, because this is an opportunity, y'all. Hey, anybody feel like I do, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I won't be neglected. I won't be denied the pleasure of your kisses, the pleasure of your smile. Check it out, y'all. I think you take for granted I'll always be here. Just because I love you, it doesn't mean I won't disappear. Huh. What I say? What I say? My spiritual guides, my spiritual teams, can you come through for us and let us know some things, confirm some things for us? Let us know some things. My ancestors, ancient ancestors, past on loved ones that love and care about me. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I every day. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I really do. So, you're welcome into my area. You're welcome into my space. All my spiritual guides and my spiritual teams. Only truth, love, and clarity may enter in my space and remain in my space. All others, I'm sending you back to your owners of peace. What you got for us? What you got for me and my family? My family. Family is not always blood. It's not. It's just not. And I'm not saying it because I'm pissed off or mad at any of my family. I'm saying it because it's the truth. It is the truth. Keep living. You'll see. Okay. Been so long. Been so long. Been so long. Been so long. Yeah. She said, now it's torn all apart and I can't stay. I can't believe that you would treat me this way. Now don't you understand? I'm in need of comfort. The comfort of your hand in mine. Oh, y'all. And what I feel inside. Why don't you come closer? I can't hide. Whoever you are, you're not going to like it. You're going to feel every bit of what you're dishing out. You're going to feel it. And you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. And you may not be able to handle it as well as the person that you're doing it to is handling it. So think about it, okay? Reflect on your actions, on what you're doing. The cards that came out, the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. Get the... Yeah. Yep. So get it together, my man. Homegirl, get it together. If you doing him like that, don't do it is all I can say. Don't do it. So, you know what? I'm sitting here listening at the noises that's going on in this house. It's cool in this room where I am. This is my lab, y'all. And it's cool in here. I can open the door and it'll warm up. But you hear that noise and it's either my daughter or it's my granddaughter. Because I do have a granddaughter. They laugh. I laugh a lot. We laugh a lot. We just do. We just silly like that. We laugh at any and everything. And you wonder how I find the time to cry about my husband. I don't know. It just happens. But I'll tell y'all what. I'm glad that I brought that up. I'm getting better, y'all. The grieving process is something I don't see how they was able to put that in stages. I don't see how they was ever able to do that. Because when I was going by the stages that they say that grief happens, it didn't happen that way for me. So it's an individual walk, and all of us are different, and we are all going to handle grief different. We're going to handle it different. It's going to affect us different. It's going to affect us at different times. We may not show a sign of grief. We may not show a sign of grief for years, and then all of a sudden, we're breaking down every other day. After years of that passed on loved one being gone, years go by, and we're just messed up. So it's no schedule for it. It's no time frame. There's no time frame. It really isn't, because when I was in the hospital with my husband and they pulled the plug on him, I thought about that. I sat there and I looked at him for hours, plugged up to those machines and tubes and things, and I had to make a decision. It's not an easy decision to make, and because you know when you make that decision and those plugs and tubes come out, that's when you know, okay, this is it. You won't see them not in this physical form. You will not see them again. I knew my husband wasn't there. I knew he wasn't there. I sat there with him for days. And I sat there and I talked to him and touched him and played his favorite song, his favorite music, asked him questions, and they finally said, we got to make a decision. I gotta make a decision, because even if he had came out of the coma, he wasn't gonna be the same, because he wasn't. He was gonna be a vegetable, and that's one way I know he never ever wanted, ever. But I had to make that decision anyway. I made the decision, and the plugs were pulled, the tubes was pulled. And that was the last breath. That was that last air that came out of his body. But it didn't hit me right then, y'all. It really didn't. It didn't break me down right then. It was like, it's not time, you know. You got too much to do. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do. I had to do so much. You know, I created the obituary. So I had to go through pictures and photos and stuff of him. So I didn't get a chance to grieve during the first couple of weeks after he passed because it was so much that had to be done. I think I cried during that time, but I didn't just take the time, you know, to just cry. Things had to be done. So I did it, you know, and it got done. It got done. But I said all that to say, these past couple of weeks, I have been just breaking down, and it's been 3 years. It's like every day, I'm trying my best to keep from just bawling, and sometimes I can keep it down, sometimes I can't. But man, it ain't no schedule. It ain't no schedule for this. So y'all, so far, I have the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Temperance. Y'all, some good things is about to happen. It's getting ready. It's on the move. So, the been so long. It could be for somebody that's already in a relationship that if you don't get your shit together, you can ready to lose her or him. Or it could be that you got to meet, you haven't been in a relationship in a while, okay? You about to meet somebody. You about to meet him. You about to meet her. You about to live again. You about to live to learn again. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. But this time, y'all on different levels. You're not on that low vibrational level anymore. You're vibrating higher. So the person you're gonna meet is gonna meet you at your level of vibration. So if you've been working on yourself, you know, you've been doing the work to be a better you. You've been on your journey, and you've been doing the work. You're gonna meet somebody that's also been on their journey, and they've been doing the work too. So that's where it is. That's where we're at, y'all. Ooh, that smells good. That is that's lavender. That's a lavender incense. That smells good. I normally burn blue sage, and that smells good too, y'all. I like my blue sage incense too. That is really good. But I didn't know that smelled that good. Okay, that's lavender. Lavender incense. What else we got? Thank you for the information and the confirmations. Yes, confirmations. Y'all getting them? Catch it. Catch this wave. Look at this. Now what's playing? When you touch me. Now didn't I just say in the been so long, she the holding, touching your hand or holding your hand or something like that. This song by Sky, old school group, When You Touch Me, Y'all better catch this wave. You know, you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna like it because you're gonna look up and your baby gonna be gone. He or she is gonna be gone, and you're gonna be looking like, damn, why my baby leave me like that? They was my baby. He was my baby. She was my baby. Why he leave me? Because you took them for granted. 8 of Wands. See, I'm SC. Y'all better do something. And this is talking about movement, fast-paced change, action, alignment. What I just say, get your chakras lined up, right? Air travel, swift action, somebody coming. And they coming fast. Come on, baby. Come on. 3 of Pentacles. Look at that. Y'all, it's going down. It is going down. It's going down. Oh, it's going down. What else, y'all? What else? You know, these are confirmations. I keep saying that because it is. It's confirmation. Let me take a sip. What is that? The King of Cups. Y'all, I'm not showing y'all every card. Y'all just gonna have to believe me, okay? Trust in me. I'm not up here for no foolery, no trickery, none of that razzle dazzle, fraggle rock, nothing. This is the real deal. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be up front. Yes, I am. So, ooh, that's refreshing. King of Cups. What else we got? What else we got? These are confirmations. Y'all know it. I'm gonna keep telling you. Because you know why I'm telling you this? Because your intuition is told you already, but you didn't listen, or you didn't want to believe it, or you like, is that really the truth? Is that really true? Yes, it's true. It's true. Okay, we got the Hermit, and the last one here is the 6 of Cups. So, yeah. Y'all, it's here. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Ace of Wands, the 10 of Pentacles, Temperance. Wow. This is all about balance, alignment. 8 of Wands, alignment. 3 of Pentacles, manifestation. What I just say about manifesting? Didn't I tell y'all when you're doing that thing and it's involving the sacral about that manifestations can go on then? Didn't I mention that, didn't I? Yeah. King of Cups. More balance. He's balanced. The Hermit. The Hermit. Solitude. Soul searching. Introspection. Seeking wisdom. Inner guidance. Y'all, 6 of Cups. Revisiting the past. Childhood memories. Innocence. Joy. Innocence. Balance again. Childhood memories. I was just telling y'all how I've been having a deck of cards ever since I was little bitty. I had to be like what? 6 or 7? Like 6 or 7 years old with a deck of cards. On the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Pentacles. Equal give and take. Giving, receiving, sharing, wealth, generosity, charity, financial matters. Y'all, it's going down. What's going on? What is going on? It's going down. I told y'all, I tried to express to y'all, might have been a couple of weeks ago when I started back doing my videos, that I probably wasn't going to read cards like everybody else. And I don't. I just don't. It's just not going to come out like that. It's just not going to come out like everybody else. So I might not be as glamorous or as cute, or I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm just a a simple person. I'm not extravagant. I, ugh, I'm just me. But there you have it. Unpredictable, Jamie Foxx. Been so long, Anita Baker. Been so long. Listen to it. Listen to what she's saying in that song. Go and pull up the lyrics and read those lyrics. Unpredictable, I feel like it's like, okay, get ready. Because some things get ready to happen that you're not ready for, because you didn't think it was going to happen again. But it's going to happen again. But it's going to be better this time, okay? All right. I don't know what time it is. I'm not even going to try to focus to see what time, how long I've been on. But this has been lovely. This has been really lovely. I enjoyed this time we spent together. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope it didn't take you from your duties too long. You know, I don't want to keep you from your daily duties. That's why I know how it is, because I know. I love y'all. Thank you for spending this time with me. As always, grab you some bliss from somewhere special. Grab it. Hold on to it if you can. If you can't hold on to it, try to remember how you got it so you can get it again. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you soon. Yes, I will. Yes, I will.